All right, let's get started with this late night stream. Live streaming, live vibe coding session, midnight stream. All right, so last time we were working on so making the website multilingual. So I have been working on it a little bit, like maybe an hour on it off camera, trying to debug things. So basically, what I have done and the way the multilingual system is going to work is that we have the locales files. So for each language, there's going to be like a locale. So I'm just going to move the microphone so that you can hear me a little bit better. So every language is going to have its own locale. So for example, let's see English, which is the default. It has like these values, and depending on the language, the words is going to be different. And then each tool is going to have its own locale. And the goal is that if we want to have like 1,000, hundreds of tools, we don't want to pollute this one file with all the locales from all the tools. So we have each tool is going to have its own translations, and these translations are going to be injected inside of the tool's JSX files. And for that, we can use the T helper function that I made. So this will fetch this string from the locale depending on the selected language. And for that, I've made this helper, I'm using the Zostand to generate or to retrieve, actually to make like a helper function that I can use throughout the website. So let me show you a little bit more how it works. So so here we have like this store, and in this store we store the language, the selected language of the current page. It's basically like the language that is selected in the URL. And then you have, these are like the URLs, and these basically what they mean, it's basically if we are, for example, in this page, we want to define what each, you can see here in the bottom, what each language, like what's the URL gonna be. And for that, we have these like this key in the store that will store these URLs. So via set URL, and here we have the T function. So that's what we're using throughout the website, and it's using the helper function that we have defined earlier. So get translator, which basically takes a dictionary. In our case here, we have like a dictionary. So the list of translations right here should be in plural. I don't know why it's singular. But yeah, so when you load a page, in the loader, we can get, for example, the translations here using load translation, and we provide it with a route directory. So for example, if you are looking at, let's say, the CSV deduplicator, it's going to be this directory, and inside of it, it's going to find the locales for this specific route. And this variable is deduced using this little React router trick where we match our routes with the current URL. You can see here in the routes. Let me first start the threadmill. So you can see here we have the routes, and yeah, here in the routes I used to have like this category handle instead I've changed it for here we're looping through the tools, and for each tool it's basically it starts with the categories. We get the category info, and category info is basically an array of the different languages for that category. So it looks how does it look like? It looks so build category, and it looks something like this. So you have the handle of that category, the icon, the banner. Banner probably will have to change that, and then the info. And info is build category info. So for each translation of that category, so if it's available in French, there's going to be an entry for that category in French. And yeah, so you're gonna have like all the information for every category in all languages. Maybe I'm gonna try maybe to show you like how it looks like to give you a better idea. That is for the routes. Routes, let's remove this. Okay, so you see here we have the data tools category with its information, and inside we have info. So this is the information about that category, which is available in all these languages. And then we have tools, and inside of tools we have each and every tool in that category, and that tool in itself is going to have its own information in the different translations, because we basically always need to have like the thing that made this a little bit more complicated for this project is really that I insisted on having different URLs for different tools for different languages. So the same tool is going to have a different URL uh, depending on the language, because this is going to help a lot with SEO. All right, so where were we at? Basically, yeah, and I also like disabled all the tools and all the categories and only left one, because if I kept everything, I couldn't even do like a single test, because things are currently broken, because there's a lot of changes that are still being made. So things are currently broken. So I disabled everything except one tool so that I can correct and fix things one step at a time. All right, so right now let's go to the home page. So for example, right now we have the homepage URLs that don't work for translated routes. So we are going to go to the routes, and here, so this is the homepage, and here what I'm going to do, so let me think a little bit. So in root, we have the list of languages here, and yeah, so we're basically just gonna take the keys of the first category and do it like this. So here we take all the languages. Let's filter out the English one. So L not equal English, and here for that language we're just gonna do this. Here it's doing like weird stuff. We just want it like this. All right, And let's save. And let's try again. All tools is not defined. Okay. So this is an error that keeps coming up. I believe it's because of the in the root, I mean. The loader, I feel like it's not running when it's a full page. And so this whole line doesn't work. So let's look at this. So first, it seems that the code that I have done right now is missing something. So route lag. Let's look at this. Yeah, the languages are here. Okay, invalid key, expected file, but received identifier. Expected file, but received identifier. Is this the problem? Okay. Received undefined. Let's check with this. No, it's not working. Let's remove this log. Okay, so here we have in Arabic ID. This is correct. Ah, it's because it's an array. All right, it's now fixed. Okay, so this is in French. Here we definitely need to correct these translations, but that's not like that's not a problem for now. Okay. Yeah, so here you see that the language is missing. So that's in the home page. I wonder if I should just do it manually or if I should handle that inside of the tool card. Yeah, you see here it's doubled for some reason. Ah. That's weird. It didn't work and now it works. Okay, now it works for some reason. Okay. Let's do something random. So now I want to fix this because this has become annoying a little bit. So in the root. So basically this becomes undefined when the root is a 404 page, I believe. Okay, so let's look at React router error. Maybe we can use this. Let's look at this. All right, error boundary. Okay, what happens if we use it? I don't think it's gonna work because the layout still needs to run. So I don't have high hopes for this. Let's see if this is even hit somewhere. Let's remove this and let's refresh the page. Okay. Okay, undefined. This is the undefined from here. But this never runs, okay? So maybe we have to do it differently. Let's see, because I think the layout will render regardless. So maybe we can try with this, use route error. Okay, so this accesses, okay, let's see. Let's import this. Okay, all right. Is there a way to still render, to run the loader? Doesn't look like it, but ah. Mm, okay, maybe we can try something like this. All right, you know what? I'm gonna add a wildcard route, and let's do it this way. Okay. Okay, page not found. All right, so this solves that problem. I wonder if these translations make sense, but yeah. All right. So what next? So now the specific tool works. Let's see in French. So everything is translated. Here it's missing the translation. We're missing the translation here is good, but you see the URL is bad. So yeah, let's fix this. So this is the let me run like let me like commit things. Yeah, I think, yeah, by the way, I think there was a problem with Claude that day when I ran it, because I barely had, I barely like used it, and on the first try, I think it hit me with the rate limit. So let's create a new conversation. And as I said, I will be updating some elements. Especially here, I was trying to make like an MD file explaining how the translation system works here. Okay. Let me add it to the yeah, there's a lot of things that need redefining. Okay. I have implemented a translation system for the site. Analyze it a little bit. Especially, no, just analyze it a little bit. Or just analyze it. And update the instructions.md file to reflect the new system. Only change parts that are affected by these changes. Okay. Now, while it's doing this, as I said, I'm gonna commit everything. And the next steps are ensuring that the translations are good. So let's go, for example, at breadcrumb and make the necessary corrections here. So here we have home. Home should depend on the language. Yeah, you know what? I should maybe create like, instead of doing that that thing where I check for language and do this, maybe we can just get the value for T and then like create a translation here. Where is it? So something like this. And do something like this. Very simple. So EN, Arabic, German, English, Spanish, French, Japanese, Portuguese, Russian, and Chinese. Okay, so now that this is done, I'm gonna try to maybe make a bulk replace. So maybe try to find something that resembles this. And replace it with something like this. What is it? Root URL. And this is gonna make things just much easier. Yeah. All right. To replace bulk like this. And then I'm gonna try maybe without the spaces. So you see here we have another version. Yeah, this is okay. So okay, let's maybe check the so this is for the category page. We need to fetch or to get the t function, const t or t equals like this. No, this is wrong. Yeah, this is totally wrong. This is not how it should be done. It should be done exactly like this. Just like this. So here we need tools, we need lang, and translation is not needed. So just use this. And this is for home. Let's do it for category. And let's double check. Okay, something went wrong. Okay, this is weird, but it's fine. Okay, T is not defined. Root. This is the root. So this is true. We don't have T yet. So what can we do? Maybe for here specifically. Yeah, here we can do lang. Yeah. Yeah, this is like an exception because we haven't defined everything yet. So let's do it this way. And I'm gonna use like a slash as a prefix as well, just to ensure that the URL is okay. So let's do it here and here. Okay. So this is here. I also wanted to make the changes here. All right. Okay. It's thinking a little bit too much for some reason. Maybe it's not working. Maybe it's not doing anything. Yeah, it seems totally broken. Maybe that's the error we have seen. What is going on here? Okay, now it's doing something. Okay, next. So here we haven't made this update yet. So let's go to breadcrumb. We're using T now. So let's do T root URL. And same thing here. And we're good. And now, yeah, the URL is good. Perfect. And here we are in the category page. Same has been done. We get T, and we're using it in here. Perfect. Let's look maybe at the meta tags a little bit. Let's remove this. This is from the root file. Okay. There are usually like some hydration issues. Yeah, it's with the theme. Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna figure that out later. What did I want? Yeah, let's look at the meta tags. So yeah, here we see that the page was properly translated. Like we have all the alternative URLs. So yeah, so it's working. Let's click on this one. We need to figure out the image. This needs some debugging. Here, the meta tags are properly defined as well. So that's good. So did it finish it or not? Okay, we can maybe start reviewing it. Okay. Yeah, it has finished. So what are the changes? Okay, you need to define. This makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. What is this? This is the info file. Okay. This makes sense as well. I would have loved to maybe like automate this, because I don't want to have like this whole section of code for every single one of the tools. Yeah, so maybe we can look into that. So let's go to CSV duplicator. This is going to be like our main reference tool, because at some point I'm going to ask Claude to apply these changes that I've been doing on it to all the other tools. So what do we have here? Okay. Okay, so let's create a function here, and a special function that we're going to call export function load to translations, category, and tool handle. And in there, we're going to do something like this. So here we already have the dir name of here. So we don't need this anymore. But we need to join, so the routes, the routes, then the category handle, and then the tool handle. Okay. And we return the translations. Okay. So this makes sense. And here we're just gonna use this and do const translations equals, and here we can do so the category first. Okay. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal, but it's fine because we're defining it twice. Let's do something like this. Category handle. I mean, you don't really need these because if we already have, like, it's fine. Let's export them. Oh no, we don't need them. And then we can just reuse them here. I feel like it's cleaner. Okay. Okay. And it's broken, of course. So what happened? Let's fix this, and then I'm gonna commit. Okay, category handle, tool handle. We get it like this. Let's check this file. Yeah, this one is good. Yeah. And let's check the translations. Translations are missing the tool information. Yeah. So this is the yeah, this is the problem. Low translation file. Why is it doing this? Yeah, I think it was just low translation file. So this is already adding this. Okay, so let's remove this and do tool directory. And here we can append locales just like this. Normally, yeah, so normally this is fixed. Okay. All right. So let me go back to the instructions and double check here. So this has changed. Let's give it the newest version. Info.js. Okay. Let's just make this clearer. Yeah, so this makes sense. Special component. Each tool should have, yeah, locales. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, perfect. Yep. Tool pages, okay. Okay, this makes sense. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Okay, and what do we have here? This is a little bit too much information, I believe. Yeah. You have to take that into account. If you start giving too much instructions, like your context is going to get too large, the LLM is going to get lost in the sea of words. Okay, perfect. Meta tag should be rendered. Yeah, yeah. So what I've done is that inside of the meta tags helper, I do the set URL, because in the meta tags I list here the URLs, but I also set it on the store that is then used here for the icons. Okay. Honestly, why are we doing this? I wonder. Why do we need in meta tags? So this is tool handled. Where do we need it? We only need it here. Handle. Where do we need handle? I feel like this is an overkill. Let's double check this. So here, meta tags, type tool, handle, localized handle. So we don't even use the, this was just a thing of the past. So let's remove it. We don't need it anymore. Okay. So resolved handle. Resolved type. Okay. This should just be type. Okay. Tool entry, category entry. So depending on the type, it's creating too many URLs for nothing. So let's replace these. Okay, much clearer now. Yeah, this is slop, to be honest. Like, it has not done things the correct way. Where is banner? Okay, so I'm gonna move this. Okay. I'm gonna fix this later. Yeah, it's double checking and triple checking things for no reason. This should be inside of this block, and we can maybe return both the result banner but also the alternate URLs directly. It's gonna just make things much easier. This is good. All right, so this, I'm gonna do that later. I'm probably gonna do that when I'm gonna here work on the dynamic banner, because we need to translate the banners too. So let's do commit all changes. Okay. While it's doing that, let's check this. So this needs to be resolved. So have these images. Let's go to ChatGPT. Generate a, let's go to instructions. And let's get our, where are they? Languages. Okay. Generate a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A 3 by 3 grid of pixel art flags for each representing each of these flags. The background should be transparent. Let's see if it works. Is the stream working? On X, yeah. I think there's a problem on Twitch. Ah, you see, I've been streaming nothing. So let's restart the stream. I think it only worked on it's working on Twitch for some reason. Yeah. I actually never started the stream on X. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Let's see if this works. Create a new post. vibe code with me live stream. Yeah, I need to start the stream here. Okay, let's wait a little bit. Yeah, I think it's working now. Yeah, I'm seeing here that it's working. Yeah, it is working. So let's post this and let's delete this. Let's actually post it with vibe code with me live stream. And let's post it. Let's put it here. All right. Let's delete this one again. And yeah. So I'm just gonna introduce this new stream. So basically, I've been streaming for 1 hour already, but I missed the start stream for X, but it's fine. I was streaming on, I think, YouTube and Twitch. So let me recap what we've been doing. We're working on the multi-language support for Tiny-Online.Tools. And basically, this is important if you want to leverage SEO as much as possible. One thing I've been doing is that I wanted to ensure that the pages for the tools, the handles of the tool and the category are translated. And this is once again very important for SEO. And yeah, so but however, it has a whole lot of issues that comes with it, but it's fine. We're figuring that out. And yeah, so now what we're doing is there was so many bugs when I started doing this massive transition to this new system. I've been using, I've defined some helper functions. I've defined a store using Zustand to provide us with a helper function, the T function, somewhere. Yeah, it's somewhere here. And we've defined some locales files, a global one that contains the translations for all the global stuff, like the site name, like the navigation stuff, and everything. And now we're also defining like the per tool translations, so the locales for each and every specific tool. And yeah, so right now I disabled all the other tools and only left the CSV deduplicator because everything breaks if you don't do that. So let's get back to this. So this works. Here it doesn't work. So here the image doesn't work. So let's go to the category page. Banner, is it banner? Is it icon? Tool icon. Is the tool icon defined? I think it's defined dynamically in the routes. Is it in the routes or in the tools file? Here. So where is this defined? Build category info. And here we have tools, category tools. And this is, I think, yeah, so it's from the info page. So where is icon coming from? Maybe it's in the route. Yeah, I think it's in the root file. So it really has complexified the whole website, trying to make it multilingual, especially with the URLs that change. But it's fine. It's part of the challenge. Get tools in lang. Okay. So this is probably where everything is defined. Perfect. Icon, where is icon? Still don't find it. Okay. Oh, is it? Let's go to tool card. Yeah, icon is needed here. Tool.icon, category, the tools, and we get the category from tools, and tools is from the loader, which is right here, which is this helper. So it's somewhere here. So is it the info page? Really don't get it here. Where is it? Info. All right, let's think a little bit. Let's try to figure this out. So here we have tools. I don't see icon anywhere. This is build category, not build icon. Okay, let's go to root. Okay, let's look at this variable. Tools 0 tools. Okay. Yeah, there's no icon in here. Even in the English version. Yeah, there's no icon here. Okay, so which is normal. Let's look at this here. So category, tools. Yeah, it's not here either, which again makes sense. So where does tool card get it from then? Ah, so it's not working. Okay. So it's I thought it was just a problem with the French language, but it's a problem everywhere. Yeah. Okay. It makes a lot more sense now. So um so let's define it. Let's go, for example, to the home page. And here we can see, yeah, this is how the icon was defined. Let's do something like this. Main handle, tool.main handle, and main category handle. This is gonna make a lot more sense. Okay. So icon is images and what? Tools, images, tools, main category handle, double dash, main handle, but pivot. Okay. Not working. Yeah, because we haven't defined it in the category page yet. Where is the category page? Here. So okay, so we need to define and find the main category, and I don't think it's these, right? Let's what did we have here? So category here was data tools, and whoop, here. So category was data tools, and here it's data tools. Okay. Category. That's just weird. Yeah. Okay. Okay, main handle. Category.main handle. So main category handle equals category.main handle. And main handle is tool.main handle, maybe? Let's see. Yup, now it's working. So it's working in French and in English. Okay. So that's good. Yeah. Okay, now that's why I wasn't using icon, because we had data secondary. Of course, this is going to be undefined. In handle. But we had what before? I think we had let's look at this. We had this icon. Let's just copy it. Let's do something like this. Okay, now it's working. Okay. I ran this. Where was it? Where was it? Let me check something. And go back here. It's not bad. This is supposed to be Arabic. Maybe we can regenerate this, and flags should be consistent and waving. In the meantime, I'm gonna ask Claude to turn this into a kind of drop-down menu. Commit new changes. Okay, now I'm gonna ask it for the language selector. Make it into a drop-down menu. A custom HTML1. Make it in a component. It should, when pressed, it should open a it's not a pop-up, it's a popover with the languages listed, flag, language name. Style everything properly. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, this makes it makes a little bit more sense. Let's see here. If we reduce this, if we divide by, let's say, 4, what happens? Divide by 4. Okay. Language selector popover. Let's try to get some inspiration. Language selector pixel art. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should make like the flags take like the whole area, or keep them like waved the way they are right now. Yeah, so see, this is a good example. Flags pixel art. Yeah, see this. Yeah, this looks cute. I'm not sure, to be honest. So this doesn't work. When you click on it, nothing happens. Oh, now it's working. Yeah. Languages should be written in their locale language, I guess. Then, yeah, I'm gonna fix the styling myself. Um, okay, so let's finish this flag thing. I think this is fine. Do something like this, 68 by 68 makes sense. They all seem to fit. Yeah, you see the Russian flag here doesn't fit, so let's do 70 by 70. Okay, just to ensure that it's relatively centered. This one looks good. I should probably like make this into a stripe. Don't want to load, but it's fine. Yeah, in modern HTTP, like files are actually loaded separately, even if it's combined at the same time. Even if it's a separate HTTP request, like the new protocols, they combine all the requests into one, so it's fine. It's probably less compressed, but yeah. Yeah. So let's do English. So English. Let's copy this. Just make sure we don't mess something up. Now French. Ensure that everything is aligned. French. Spanish. Then let's go down. Arabic. Yeah, German looks good. Need to disable the English flag behind. Did it disable the smaller files? Let's bring it back. Okay. What's happening? And let's put Portuguese. For some reason it was misaligned with the other flags. Let's go down again with Chinese. Right. Oops. It's fine. I'm gonna rename it. Japanese. And Russian. Then let's open this. Let's go to downloads. And let's rename the Chinese one. Okay, now let's go here. And I'm gonna upload everything right here into the images folder. All right, let's refresh the page. And let's see. Not working. Lags. Like this. All right, looks nice. And it makes sense. Okay. Okay, so now let's just fix this a little bit. I think there's a problem with my cursor. Might be like an issue with OBS. I don't know. Let's yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think it does have like the right cursor on it. Cursor pointer, so that's good. But I wanted to replicate a little bit the styling of the button. So let's go to the site.css, trigger, yeah, and so this one. Strangely, it's not showing. I think I already committed it. Maybe. Strange. I thought I haven't committed it yet. Okay, so this I want it to look a lot more like a button. Okay, let's just ask Claude to make this change. So for the element, make it look just like the well, you know what? I think it's just taking too much space anyway, so let's do this even more differently. So where is it? It's probably in components, as I asked it. Language switcher. This. Okay. And can we like remove everything? Can we remove the border, the shadow, and just leave it like this? Is this better, or should we do it like this? Okay, that's just like the all tools button. Okay, then I'm gonna make some more corrections. So let's go to French, and okay, so the footer is already translated. Just gonna double check if, yeah, so here this is not translated yet. This is not translated yet. Here we have a bug, it's no longer working. Choose to work. But when you're in the home page, it's not working. Is it because we are in the home page? Maybe. Open search. Let's just open root normally. So open search. Search open. Where is it? Search open. Okay. Move the header search in its own component. Wait. Um, in its own component, and can we do something like this? Make part of that and render directly in that component. Okay. I think there's, I'm not sure if it's a bug or if it's just like the dev mode that creates these glitches. I don't know. What's the error? Okay. Yeah, this is because it's making some changes. Yeah, probably that was the problem. This page is probably going to render it better. Where is it? Yeah, it's here. You know, maybe we can just do it. Do something like this. Yeah, I shouldn't edit it while it's doing those changes, but it's fine. So if there's an error, do this. Otherwise, show the children. Okay. There's still that problem where the search doesn't open. You see, there's a lot of problems. Okay, so header search. Yeah, you see here it's rendering properly. But yes, we have, what's the problem? Header search tool.icon. Okay, so this is that old problem we had. Okay. So let's go pick the image manually, images, tools, and then we have the main category, handle. Okay, so tool, this main handle, and we have tool category, I believe. Yeah. Okay. But it's not working here on the home page for some reason. When we're here, where is it? There's the search modal. On change, on key down. Yeah, this is the search modal. And here, what's this button? Enter icon button. What is this? It's for mobile. Okay. When you click on it, it should open. And when you click on this, it should open. Okay. So this all makes sense. This doesn't make sense. Okay. Probably for accessibility. Okay. But here open doesn't work. Let's debug it a little bit. Strange. Okay, so there's probably some problems on the server module. Yeah, tools imported by home route. Yeah, you're not supposed to use this. An artifact. Okay. There's a problem here. Okay. So this has been solved, I believe. And now we have a problem in the meta tags. Yeah, so it's okay. So when we call set URLs, I think it's re-rendering meta tags. But alternate URLs. Yeah, so this we should just push this here, and the problem should be solved. Yeah. Okay, and the last one. Same problem. So there's some infinite loop that's happening somewhere. When we set the URL, it feels like it's updating this whole thing. So what do we depend on? The type, yeah, 2 and 3. Yeah, let's correct this right away. Okay. And same here. Let's move this all the way here. All right, and we're going to return the URLs and the banner. Okay. Here we're going to rename this like this. Let's just make it simpler for us. So when it's a tool, we do this. All right. Let's see how this is still the same problem. Infinite loop. All right. Let's figure this out. So somehow this repeats itself. Question is why? Well, of course, if we change the URLs, okay, what else? Tools, URLs, main handle. Yeah, tool entry, category entry no longer exist. So let's define them here. And okay, let's keep this. And here we're going to define, do some scoping, something like this. And let's see. Let's just do this and see if this is actually like, Yeah, so this is not the problem. There's something else going on here. Problem is that it's not very verbose. Form React refresh. What did I change before this? Something here? Yeah, but this should be fine. It's really an infinite loop somewhere. Well, let's really close this. I see the whole browser is yeah. Should I just close this and reopen the whole browser? I crashed it. Okay. No, let's really like just quit everything. I broke something, but I don't know what. Especially that I disabled this. Cannot access banner before initialization. Okay, so let's, at least now we know that we unbroke stuff. So let's slowly re-enable this code. Okay, so it was that. Category entry is not defined. Yeah, this didn't make sense. Banner. Okay. All right, this is something that needed yeah, this is something that needed to be corrected. So here we have tool banners, and we only have the category, and we do it like this. Tool entry is not defined. Tool entry is not defined. See, this is like when it generates like slop, you end up with this whole mess that you need to correct. Yeah, you need to use category entry and just handle maybe. Let's see. Yeah, this is really a big mess. Let's do this one step at a time. So now we're just using handle. Okay, still working. Okay. And yeah, that's for the banner. that's for this banner. Where is it? Here. Okay. Tool banners. Yeah, so this is not right. Should it be tool entry? Ah, because I think tool entry doesn't have the original banner category handle. This okay. Let's go back here. So let's do this one first. Okay, handle. Ah, we have banner. Ah, we have banner. So let's just use banner here. And here we have main handle. So let's just do banner. Okay. Now here, let's correct this. And this is good. Okay. For now, I'm gonna update it to, well, let's see. The category banner, the category banner depends on, so this probably will have to, okay, let's go back to this. Because the category banner depends on the language. So yeah. Okay, just did 5 miles of walking. All right. Okay. It's already 2 a.m. But we fixed like 90% of things. So let's just like continue with this. We're gonna try to fix now these pages. So here, what do we have? So the banner, this is the URL. Where's the banner? This is the banner. Okay. So let's look at tool entry. Tool entry has, okay. We're gonna remove this and we can use main handle and main handle. Perfect. Tool category, main handle, and tool dot main handle. And I'm gonna go back here and remove this. We're not gonna use this. Yeah, this is not needed anymore. Perfect. Yeah, of course, some problems are gonna happen. Category tools map is not defined. Yeah, this one too. All right. And this, I think, it's gonna work now. Yeah. Let's look at the, yeah, okay. Perfect. Next. We're gonna commit these. Do we have a console log somewhere? Here. Okay. All right. I think we are ready to move forward with this and massively update all the tools to use this new system for translating the whole website. So commit all changes. Okay, let's go to this. Where is it? This file that we were trying to work on, and let's go to our skill. All right, and let's recap this. So this is no longer needed. Okay, you know what? Should I ask? Yeah, this is good. I've already updated this. So this is, for example, the locale of a specific tool. Let's look at this one. So we have info. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. We have 10, and here we should have 11. Ah, it's okay, it's 8 lines, and here it should be 7. Yeah, okay. So this is good. This is for defining. This is good. This is good. This is good. We should probably modify this. So this is route route for the CSV deduplicator. And it's defined like this. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. So let's copy this somewhere here. Okay, let's remove this. This was merge PDF. Localize handle. Honestly, we don't need this. Set files. Okay. Are we even using localize handle? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now let's copy this right here. Okay. So this is T, this is good, this is good, this is good. All right. Okay. Do we need these? I don't think so. So only need this, meta tags, tool header, breadcrumb. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. What was I thinking? Yeah, so similar tools needs to be corrected. Tool card needs to be corrected. Where is it? Yeah, tool card. Yeah, let's remove this from here. Do we have this translation here? Okay. So remove hard-coded name and description in tool card. Assume name and description are provided in the similar tools component in the secondary tool card. Last one, provide the name and description. More tools and define them. Use T global to define the description, the translation. Okay, it's enough for it to understand what I mean. So let's go back to skill. How to create a new tool. Okay, make sure you have analyzed. Yeah, create a new folder. Yeah. Okay. This is tool.js. Yeah, this makes sense. Okay, tool.js should also, okay, this is false because now you're using info.js, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this section, define an info.js file that contains like this. I mean, yeah, this is really useless to be honest. Because everything has been automated, so we don't really need this anymore. But let's just keep it anyway. It can still be useful. I'm thinking like if we want to see each tool as a component and do something like an extension for like raycast or something like that, we can just import info.js and get the information about the tool. So but you know what? I'm just gonna redefine this to include this whole load tool info. Okay, we have category handle and tool handle. Load tool info. Const tool info equals load tool info. This is the category handle. And this is the tool handle. And we export default tool info. Just like this. And now we do it like this. Category handle, tool handle, and we return this at the end. And like this. And this is okay. So we just do this. And that the reason why I'm doing this is that every single tool is going to have this file. So if we make it too complex and like the code is going to repeat everywhere. So it's just simpler to define it here so that if in the future we want to say, and let's say like add like a field here, we don't have to do it for every single tool. We just change it here once and it applies everywhere. So let's double check that it's working. So this is home page, tool working, category is not working. Yeah, this is probably like a minor issue that needs correcting. Let me finish this first. Define like this. PDF tools, and here it's called, how is it called? Merge PDF. Make sure to set the right category the category handle and tool handle. Okay. Implement the tools page into This is good. Add the tool. Perfect. Let's double check this because things have changed, I believe. So we just import, yeah. So PDF tool, merge PDF from this. Okay. Generate an icon using this. Okay, so the icon is generated once and add it to the tools definition. Yeah, this is not needed anymore. Okay. Prompt category tool handle. And saved under, okay, because now we're doing this dynamically, so we don't need to save this URL. Generate a specific, okay, this is for the icon. Okay, run the banner generator script to create a banner for the tool. Okay, category tool handle. Okay, so I'm gonna need to work on this, because now we need to generate a different banner depending on the language. Probably we're gonna do something like, so for French, like the banner is gonna become, instead of this, it's gonna be FR dash dash, and I think we're just gonna use the English names, because we don't want to have like a bunch of files with UTF-8 characters that's going to mess things up. So yeah, we're just going to do it in the main handle, using the main handles. So that's going to be not too difficult. Should I modify this? Banner generator. Okay. This will need to be modified anyway. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you know what I'm gonna do now? We're already at 2 hours of streaming. It's trying to get late. So, but yeah, we're pretty much done with this. We just need to convert all the tools to use this new system. We need to update the banner generator. And yeah, this needs to be updated as well. And then honestly, we're pretty much done. I was talking about a blog system, if you recall. So to use OpenWalt, which is the library I made for generating AI agents programmatically. And this is going to be really cool. It's available. Some people have started using it on GitHub. Starting to get some stars, forks, things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna showcase how to use it to create an automated blog system. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now is, I think we're done for today. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask it to make the changes on all the tools. So let's just ensure that the skill file is all good. This is making good prompts. Creating new categories. Okay, this is icon generator. Since when we have? Yeah, this is. Oh yeah, I think icon generator also generates the yeah, okay. Okay, so this is fine. Uh mm, we don't use banner anymore. Okay. The categories information is defined in the global locales files. So here, this is for the banner. Okay. This makes sense too. Okay. Make the translations. How can I say it? I just wanted to like let's restart it. I use GitHub Copilot for autocomplete, which is very nice to be honest. And yeah, so I'm gonna run. I think the skill file is good. We can even close that untitled file I was working on. Natural. If you're not, it's talking to the LLM as if it's a human. Okay. Use terms that are most likely to. Yeah. Okay. For a tool. For the tool. Use terms that are most likely to be used by users when searching for the tool in each language and try to create the same meaning and tone in translation as in English. Okay, perfect. So yeah, we can commit all of this. Improved info.js to make it minimal and automating the extraction of the tools info in the translator.server.js helper. Okay. Made corrections to skill. Tool creator skill. Okay, I think this is done. Perfect. Let's close this and let's go back to Claude. I'm gonna ask it to read the tool creator skill as well as the instructions.md skill file. Let's ensure it's the right one. Instructions.md file. Analyze them carefully to understand how the site works. Then analyze the app routes data tools CSV duplicator tool. Then carefully, I went ahead and added support for multi-language translation to it. You need to ensure that all other tools in this project are also translated and use the same how can I call it? It's not coding strategy, and use the same structure for retrieving the translations and setting up the tool. You will need to create the locales folder, create all 9 locale files for each tool. Update the info.js file to use the new structure. Update the route.jsx to leverage the t helper function to load the tool information, just like the way it's done for CSV deduplicator, and leverage the helper function for translating all strings used in the tool. Ensure that I wonder if some tools like use some strings in the tool.js file. I really don't know. Format YAML. Okay. Tool is properly defined and yeah, let's just keep it like this. Be consistent with the CSV deduplicator example. And let's do bypass permission. Do we need a lot of effort in this? Honestly, we don't need a lot of effort. So let's just disable that function to ensure that we're not gonna yeah, we don't need like the top models for this. And let's run this. I've been using like the default model Sonnet 4.6 throughout the project, I believe. So yeah, and let's run this. Bismillah. So I'm gonna keep this running, and we're done for today. Next time we're gonna look at the banner generator and ensure that it generates the banners for each and every tool and each and every category in the right language. And then we're gonna update like some random files like the sitemap, ensure that everything works. I forgot to where is it? Tool server here. Let's do it like this. Okay. So I've re-enabled all the tools. So yeah, we're gonna work on the banner. We're gonna ensure that all of this works. All the changes, all the updates will keep working. We are going to I think once that is done, we're gonna push this to the production server. I am probably gonna start doing the SEO stuff. I'm gonna show you how to add the sitemap to the Google Search Console. And yeah, there's some debugging to be done. Probably I'm gonna do like the tools debugging off camera. So just like test each and every tool independently. Like normally now it should not be working. Normally now the site should be broken. Yeah, it's definitely broken. Let's just, oh yeah, anyway I restarted it, so yeah, it's not even running on the dev server. So yeah, I'm gonna probably like go through the tools, ensure that they're all working. Like like I said before, we had this massive tools idea file that we created. We have generated up until the 100th tool, plus the ones in the initial run. And we're gonna keep on generating all of these tools, one batch at a time. And you can keep going, honestly, like, I think ChatGPT is creative enough to find new ideas for tools. So, yeah, I think we're good for now. And yeah, we're gonna work on the blog, and then it's pretty much like the project is pretty straightforward. It's pretty much a static website because all the tools run servers client side, which is one of the pros of the tool of the website. Like it's one of the selling points of the website, which is that it's very privacy first. The files that you upload, everything that's going on in here, they don't leave your browser. So yeah, thank you for being here today. Making these streams is honestly it's not too difficult on me. Like it doesn't take too much time. I just need to turn on the camera and start coding. It's even good for productivity, I believe. Like I feel like I can stay concentrated for a whole 2 hours straight because I need to stay in front of the camera. I cannot just leave and start walking in the house. So yeah, so that's good. But in terms of audience, I think it's not doing much. It was like the original goal was it was to like grow the my my audience here on X. But yeah, it's not doing much. I think of course like if there was a way to maybe like generate some clips and some videos out of the streams, it would be good. Like for example, you know, Theo does that. So I don't know if I should maybe like, so this guy, he makes his videos during the stream, which is smart. And I has a team that does the editing for him. So he just like opens an article, starts looking at it, reading it, commenting it, and then he generates a video. He makes a video out of it. So that's probably a good strategy. I'm not that much into like commenting stuff. I feel like I prefer like the more technical stuff than commenting on the news, the new AI stuff, because I'm not always like up to date with the news, with the latest releases of the AI models and things. But yeah, maybe I'm gonna try to find a way to uh, step up my game. Maybe try to make uh, some videos, a little bit more work with that. But yeah, trying to grow my channel, trying to grow X especially. So if you can follow, uh, that would be very helpful. If you can share my content, if you can subscribe on Twitch, follow on Twitch, and so on. So thank you for being here. I like making this stuff. It's I hope it helps some people understand how the vibe coding should be done, in my opinion, of course. So yeah, thank you for being here. Have a very good night. Wassalamu alaikum.